Some people simply vanish from our world. They leave behind an aching void. This void is filled with unanswered questions. Families are left in a state of suspended grief. They search for closure that never comes. The world continues its relentless pace. Yet for those left behind, time can stand still. The mystery of the missing person remains potent. This essay explores two such baffling disappearances. These events are separated by 2 decades. They occurred on different continents. One involves Daniel Whitmore, a young man from Cornwall, England. The other concerns Anya Bose, a researcher in the vast Himalayas of India. On the surface, their lives were entirely separate. Their worlds were thousands of miles apart. However, as we shall see, an eerie and disturbing pattern may connect their fates. This connection defies simple explanation. We will delve into the specifics of each case. The clues where they exist are often sparse. The circumstances surrounding each disappearance are deeply puzzling. The lack of any definitive resolution is profound. It leaves investigators and loved ones grasping at shadows. The enigma of their disappearances beckons us to look closer.
Daniel Whitmore was a man of simple pleasures. He lived in a small coastal village in Cornwall. This region of England is known for its rugged beauty. Daniel was 25 years old in the spring of 1985. He was an artist, known for his landscape paintings. He often sought inspiration in the isolated moors. He also found it along the dramatic cliffs near his home. He was described by friends as quiet and introspective. On a bright April morning, Daniel set out. He told his mother he was going for a walk. He planned to sketch near the standing stones. These ancient monuments dotted the local landscape. He took his sketchbook and a small, packed lunch. This was a typical routine for him. He was expected back by late afternoon. The day was clear, with good visibility. There seemed no cause for any concern. His departure was unremarkable, ordinary. As evening approached, Daniel had not returned. His mother began to worry. She contacted neighbors, then the local police. A search was quickly organized. Villagers and police scoured the moors. They checked the coastal paths he frequented. His favorite sketching spots were visited. There was no sign of Daniel. It was as if he had simply dissolved into the landscape. The initial search lasted for several days, yet it yielded absolutely nothing. The investigation into Daniel Whitmore's disappearance was thorough. Police explored every conceivable avenue. They considered the possibility of an accident. Perhaps he had fallen from the cliffs, or maybe he had become lost on the moors. Yet the extensive searches found no evidence. The terrain, while rugged, was familiar to him. The weather conditions on that day were good. An accident seemed unlikely, though not impossible. The lack of any physical evidence was baffling for the investigators. Foul play was another theory considered. Could Daniel have met with an unknown assailant? Cornwall was generally a peaceful area. Violent crime was rare, especially in such rural spots. Daniel had no known enemies. His personal life appeared unremarkable. There were no signs of a struggle at his home. Nothing was missing that would suggest a robbery. Again, the absence of evidence made this theory difficult to pursue. Detectives were left with very little to work on. Some speculated that Daniel had chosen to disappear. Perhaps he wanted to start a new life. However, his bank accounts remained untouched. He had made no unusual preparations. He left behind all his possessions, including his art. His strong ties to his family, particularly his mother, made this seem improbable.
Exactly 20 years later, the calendar turned to April 2005. Thousands of miles away, another life was about to be inexplicably interrupted. Anya Bose was a brilliant young botanist. She was 30 years old. She worked for a research institute in India. Her passion was the unique flora of the Himalayas. She was conducting fieldwork in a remote valley. This area was in the northern Indian state of Uttarakhand. It was known for its stunning beauty. It was also known for its challenging and sometimes treacherous terrain. Anya was part of a small research team. They had established a temporary base camp. On the day she disappeared, she set out alone. She intended to collect plant samples. She was heading towards a specific alpine meadow. This meadow was a few hours' hike from the camp. She was an experienced trekker. She was well equipped for the conditions. She informed her colleagues of her route. She also told them her expected return time. It was a routine scientific excursion for her. Similar to Daniel's case, Anya did not return as scheduled. Her colleagues became concerned as dusk fell. The Himalayan weather can change rapidly. They initiated a search of her intended route. They called out her name. Their calls echoed unanswered in the vast mountain silence. By the next morning, with still no sign of Anya, they alerted the authorities. The investigation into Anya Bose's disappearance faced immense challenges. The Himalayan terrain is vast and complex. Deep gorges and dense forests complicated the search. Unpredictable weather patterns hampered efforts. Investigators considered various scenarios. An accident was a primary concern, a slip on a narrow path, a sudden rockfall, or perhaps an encounter with wildlife. Yet Anya was cautious and experienced. The complete lack of any physical trace was perplexing. No scuff marks, no dropped items. Local authorities also explored the possibility of foul play. While rare in these remote research areas, it could not be ruled out. However, Anya's colleagues reported no suspicious individuals. There were no conflicts within the team. Her belongings at the base camp were untouched. There was no evidence to suggest an abduction or attack. The area was sparsely populated. Chance encounters with strangers were infrequent. This line of inquiry also led to a dead end. The mystery deepened. Could Anya have decided to leave her life behind? This theory was considered, as it often is. Friends and family described her as passionate about her work. She was excited about her research findings. She had strong family ties in Delhi. There was no indication of personal turmoil or any desire to escape her responsibilities.
The cases of Daniel Whitmore and Anya Bose remained unsolved. They were filed away as tragic, unexplained disappearances. They occurred in different decades, in different cultures. They were on opposite sides of the globe. For years, no one would have thought to connect them. However, a diligent researcher, fascinated by unusual cold cases, stumbled upon a startling series of coincidences. This researcher was examining archives of unexplained phenomena. The patterns began to emerge slowly. They were deeply unsettling. The first striking similarity was the date. Daniel vanished on April 15, 1985. Anya disappeared on April 15, 2005, exactly 20 years apart, to the very day. This alone was a curious coincidence, but there was more. Both Daniel and Anya shared the same birthday, October 27th. This specific personal detail is quite extraordinary. It seemed to stretch the boundaries of mere chance. Two individuals, unknown to each other, gone on the same calendar day, sharing a birth date. Then came the most chilling potential link. The researcher uncovered obscure environmental data. Records indicated unusual infrasound activity. This activity was detected near both locations. It occurred around the times of their disappearances. Infrasound is very low-frequency sound. It is below the range of human hearing. It can, however, cause feelings of unease. It can also cause disorientation and even physical discomfort.
If you've been captivated by the mysteries of Daniel Whitmore and Anya Bose, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your engagement helps us bring more compelling content to light. Leave a comment with your theories and thoughts. Share this video with others who might find these stories as intriguing as you did. Thank you for watching and stay curious.